The South Dakota Department of Corrections have briefly described the violence at Mike Durfee State Prison in Springfield last week through emails. According to the DOC, several inmates fighting each other on Tuesday resulted in minor injuries to staff as well as 9 life-threatening injuries to 6 inmates. The DOC says that there was another fight with a few inmates on Wednesday. In tonight's Eye on Kettleland, Dan Santella talked with families who are concerned about the safety at the Springfield prison, including a woman who could hear the unrest unfolding there.
You could just hear a lot of noise. It sounded like just rumbling, yelling, things like that. And that went on for a little while, and then it kind of died down. You could hear some yelling in the background, and then it started up again. And it was loud. It was scary. And, you know, Gary said, "Where's the staff?" He said that a couple of times.
Gary is not her significant other's name, but rather a pseudonym. Tiffany Brooks of Woonsocket doesn't want to publicly share his name, and before she sat down with Kettleland News today, she checked with him first.
There are so many risks that are involved with saying anything to anyone. You know, they worry about retaliation, and not only from the inmates, but also staff.
Gary is an inmate here at Mike Durfee State Prison in Springfield, and his concerns began long before last week.
He's been saying for months that he doesn't feel safe.
Blood was everywhere. He says it was gang-on-gang violence.
Christina Kopecki of the Yankton area has a son who is incarcerated in Springfield. She tells us he wasn't hurt in last week's violence, but the possibility, nevertheless, still concerns her.
That's my fear as a parent. He tells me, "Mom, I can handle myself. Don't worry about me."
Still, she does just that.
I do. I'm like, what if you're collateral damage? What if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time or a mistaken identity?
I physically saw multiple inmates getting dragged out on stretchers, inmates getting rushed in wheelchairs to the medical services, where ambulances were lined up.
Current Mike Durfee inmate Diego Nelson was one of the inmates shouting his concerns to us through barbed wire and fencing last Wednesday. On Thursday, we were able to speak with him over the phone.
People have been getting seriously hurt here, and it is not just fights, it's weapons, it's everything.
Asked by Kettleland News about the severity of inmates' injuries sustained in the fights, the DOC said, quote, "There have been no deaths and no life-threatening injuries." Kettleland News has requested an interview with Department of Corrections Secretary Kelly Wasco 3 times in recent days. All 3 requests have gone unanswered. And reporters are far from the only people seeking answers and clarity.
It's just a scary situation, and the DOC needs to do better and needs to be more transparent when these types of things happen.
With Eye on Kettleland, I'm Dan Santella.
In case you missed them, you can find the links to our reporting from last week's disturbances under this story titled "Fears for Safety" at Mike Durfee State Prison on Kettleland.com. Still to come, the Harrisburg softball team came through the losers bracket to win the state